I recently had a client ask me to make her blog post the perfect width according to science. She wanted the blog post to be 75 characters. There's a lot of research out there about the optimal line length, and if the line length is too wide, then the reader's eyes have a hard time focusing on the text and they'll lose attention after a while. But if the text is too narrow, then the eye has to travel back and forth, it feels like work, and the reader loses interest. So according to science, like 50 to 60, even up to 75 characters is the appropriate optimal line length. And so she wanted her blog post to be 75 characters. And if you're just using the built-in Squarespace blog settings, it is set based on the width of the window that you're looking at. So as you shrink down the window, now it looks good, but as the window gets bigger, the text is allowed to get really wide. And so that is not optimal. And so there's a really simple customization that we can do with CSS to make sure that we only have up to 75 characters in a line. So if I go ahead and right click and inspect. So right now I have my blog post set to medium. And if I go to the blog item inner wrapper, we can see that the width of this content is set to 75% of the width of this container. And so that's why it's changing on different screen sizes. So basically, in order to set up the scientifically optimal width, I'm going to edit this section and I want to set it to wide because I want this content to be 100% width of the container. And then we're going to use CSS to limit the width to 75 characters. And there's a unit that we can use. It's called the CH character. And the CH is it's relative to the width of the 0 for whatever font that you're using. So it's basically equal to the width of a 0 for this font for me. And so if I say 75 CH, I'm saying the width of 75 zeros in this font. And so that's equal to 75 characters essentially. So what we're going to do is I'll pull up my Chrome Inspect tools. Let me right click on the page and click Inspect. And then I'm going to look for that blog item inner wrapper. And so it has a maximum width of 1440 pixels because that's what I have my site spacing set to. So we just want to override this to be 75 CH. So I'm going to copy this CSS right out of the inspector. Then I'm going to come to the page header code injection. I'm going to go to advanced and then blog item code injection. We have to add style tags when we add CSS to the page header code injection. I'll paste that in there and basically going to get rid of this. All we need is the selector. We don't need any of this, and we just need to override the maximum width. I'm going to set it to 75 CH. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now for all of my blog posts, you'll see the width of the content can't be any longer than 75 pixels. And it doesn't matter what size the screen is. If it's really big, it can't get any wider than 75 pixels. And then as we shrink down the screen, eventually we'll get smaller than that, which is fine. But we want to make sure that the content is never any bigger than 75 characters, is what I meant. So that is the scientifically optimal way to set up your blog post width. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider subscribing to my channel for more Squarespace customization content like this, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.